First FIFA card back in the day from your Accrington days.
Oh, it's pouring in. The pace should have never been low any level I've played at. So that's the worst one. I was playing in League Two back then. I've got no complaints at the card, to be honest.
I'm just going to ask you one question about your old man. Was it good having him there to learn from, or did it almost add pressure?
I think it's a lot more pressure. I think if you ask all the boys who dads have played, like Tom Ince, Devante Cole, because they've been in football so long, everybody knows who they are, and there's people who like them, some people who don't, because they don't see you as just a normal player, they just see you as your dad's son, basically. And even when you do well, sometimes it's the only reason is because your old man played. Or
next card, which is when you move to Rangers, 32 defending. I mean, is that fair? Or?
I think it's too high. That every single manager that I ever play with is always telling me about my defending, but I think they've all just realised now that I can't do it.
Why Rangers? I mean, did you have other clubs interested?
To be honest, mate, I had a lot at the time. 20 or 21, scored 18 goals in League Two, and you know how it is if you're young and doing well in England.
What was the kind of standard of the SPL?
It's impossible to compare. I never really like hearing the debates, and I've argued with many people all the time. It's like saying, would Borussia Dortmund finish second in the Premier League? And there's players who've gone to the SPL who didn't do well in England, done really well in the SPL. There's players who played at a really high level in England in the Premier League, gone to Celtic or Rangers, had a nightmare. There's no English club in the Championship or the lower end of the Premier League that compares to them two clubs up there.
What makes these teams so big, as it were?
At every team you want to win all the time, but you have to win every match. If you draw a match, you're getting hounded and you can't move out your house.
Next card, second season. I think shooting's gone down though.
I know, man. Look, 18 goals, see you later. But yeah, I don't know why my shooting's gone down with 18 goals there. Look.
I've got it down here that you finished 39 points behind Celtic.
Yeah.
And then this year you bridged it
back.
What's
annoying about that stat, right? So that year when we finished that many points behind Celtic, they had Brendan Rodgers. He was invincible for the whole season. It was absolutely ridiculous how good they were that year. Obviously, if Rangers finished 2 points behind Celtic, you're getting slaughtered.
So that year as well, you got your inform Team of the Week card.
From the January of that season till the end of the season, that's the best I've played in my career. I scored 1 goal from the beginning of the season till Christmas, and I scored 17 from January onwards.
Do you feel like you were appreciated enough for that record?
Like I said, when you play for that team and you're doing well, but if you're not winning trophies, it's completely irrelevant. We lost another semi-final, we didn't win the league, so nobody really cares about how well you're doing.
Yeah, the move happened to Wigan. Notice as well that now you're a centre forward.
I'm not a centre forward though, so I don't know what that's wrong. I've played centre forward. Even here, I kind of play centre forward, but I'm not a centre forward.
So Gerrard came in. What was going through your head there? I mean, did you see a future at Rangers or?
He came in and I was playing. It was always in the back of my mind that I wanted to try it back, come back to England. And some of the stuff never materialised what I wanted. And then I ended up making the wrong move anyway. But that's for another story. But in hindsight, yeah, hindsight's a good thing. Maybe I should have stuck it out one more year. But
how do you think you were going to get on that season?
I just thought the Championship I thought about it wrong. I just thought all the teams are quite equal and everyone can beat each other. So whoever goes on the best run does well, really. And we started that season really well.
I was just looking at that Wigan side. Reece James was in there. What was he like to play with? Did you see him kind of getting England caps as he's got now?
I did, to be fair. Yeah. We all said it as soon as he left that he'll be in England squad within a year.
Really?
Yeah, super talented boy. Really good professional, quiet, just gets on with his work. Too good for us is the wrong word, but he was always going to play in the Premier League the year after.
Where would you rank him at the moment? Do you reckon he could be as good as the likes of Trent and that?
I think at the moment, because defensively he's better than Trent.
Yeah.
But Trent's obviously one of the best right backs in the world. He's won the Champions League, Premier League. I think Trent is hands down England #1 right back. Reece is the second best.
Right, so FIFA 20, the pace has gone down.
I wonder why they put the pace down. No matter how bad you are, your pace doesn't change, does it? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
Didn't seem like things were great that season, but I mean, how were you personally there?
I started that season really well, and then all fizzled out a little bit.
Moved to Sheffield Wednesday. Tell me a bit about that. I mean, how did that come about?
It came about on deadline day, to be honest. Played the week before deadline day. Then had an argument with the manager who was there, and then I just went to Sheffield Wednesday on deadline day, and that was it. Yeah. No clubs thought I was available for loan because I was playing every game.
Final one. Physically, you've gone down a slight bit this year.
COVID stopped me going to the gym.
How are you feeling personally about your game at the moment?
Yeah, I started quite well. But I'm always self-critical, so I'm never going to think I'm playing amazing because I'm not. I'm just trying to work hard, do as many as you can, obviously, at the moment with the ridiculous amount of games we're playing. I think it's the only time where managers say, oh, the squad is key. I think this is the only time where it's actually been serious. See, I was one of them before I was a footballer and people would complain about the game schedule, I'd be like, oh, you're professional footballer, you play every 3 days. But it's impossible to keep up a performance level of high quality playing 90 minutes every single 2 or 3 days. It's just not possible.